Good morning, ladies. Still getting things set up here. You will not be seeing my face today. You're going to see my altar and the space where we will be conducting a couple of different cord cutting rituals, as well as just enjoying the aesthetic while I discuss a few other simple cord cutting rituals. Give it a few minutes, wait for people to hop on if anybody does. I know it's early and it's a work day on a Friday. And I'm a little bit early. I have already cleansed my space. I have cast a circle. And I continue to cleanse my space by letting my dragon's blood sage burn. And I also have dragon's blood incense going over there. Today we are going to talk about a few different ways to conduct cord cutting rituals. Some people like to do the physical cord cutting with the candles. Others prefer to just visualize. Good morning, Kayla. I am one that likes to do both if I am in a pinch and I'm somewhere that I don't have any materials or any tools. There are a couple of different methods that can be done without all of this. I will discuss those and then I will show a couple of different ways to do a cord cutting. I always do mine on a mirror, my actual physical ones anyway. As you can see, there's melted candle wax on there. I'm gonna give it another minute, see if anybody else hops on. You are welcome to do so, Kayla. I would never say no. I use this type of twine usually for cord cuttings. I also have ribbon, different types of ribbon, different colored ribbon for different purposes. But I would never say no to other things to assist. I use a lot of black for everything that I do. It's usually, it's a banishing for me. It's to get rid of something that I no longer want in my life. So I use black more often than not. I have blue candles today because the cord cutting that I am going to be doing is going to promote healing for myself and for the person that I am doing it for, or not for. I am cutting out of my life. While I may want to banish and get rid of that person, I also want that person to heal, and I want myself to heal from everything that has taken place. So if the music in the background is too loud, just let me know. And I can turn that down. I'm going to go ahead and get started talking and then we'll get into discussing some cord cutting rituals, as well as doing a couple of cord cutting rituals. If you hear my dogs in the background, I apologize. Okay, so it is important to understand that cutting ties is not about being petty, vindictive, or even holding grudges. It's not about seeking revenge or trying to hurt others. Rather, it's about creating healthy boundaries, releasing toxic energies, and freeing ourselves from negative influences. When we cut ties, we're acknowledging that we deserve to be surrounded by positivity, love, and support. We're choosing to prioritize our own well-being and growth, even if that means letting go of something or someone we once held dear. No worries, Kayla. The video will be here for a replay, as always. I hope you guys feel better. Cutting ties can be particularly beneficial for those on a spiritual path. Blessed be. Spirituality is about connecting with our higher selves, with others, and with the world around us. When we're weighted down by negative energies, limiting beliefs, or toxic relationships, it can be difficult to fully embrace the spiritual journey. Cutting ties allows us to release these blockages and create space for growth and transformation. I just want to talk about a few common situations where cutting ties could be necessary, such as toxic relationships. If we're in a relationship that's emotionally, mentally, or physically abusive or draining, it's essential that we cut ties. We can't fully embrace our spiritual journey if we're being held back by a toxic partner, whether it be a romantic partner or a friendship. Also, negative influences. If we have friends or family members who are constantly bringing us down, criticizing us, or discouraging us from pursuing our dreams, then it's definitely time to cut ties. We need to surround ourselves with positive, supportive people who uplift us and help us grow. No matter how much cutting ties with that family member or that friend may hurt, it's essential to our growth. There's nothing saying that at some point in time in the future, you wouldn't be able to reconcile with that family member or with that friend. But for the time being, it may be pertinent for you to cut ties with that person by conducting a cord cutting ritual. Also, limiting beliefs. Sometimes we need to cut ties with our own limiting beliefs. These are the beliefs that hold us back, that make us feel small or unworthy. No, ma'am, I am live. Hi, Casey. Just getting started. These are the beliefs that hold us back, that make us feel small or unworthy. We need to identify these beliefs and release them in order to fully embrace our spiritual potential. It takes courage to acknowledge that something is no longer serving us and to take action to release it. In the end, cutting ties is about reclaiming our power and taking ownership of our lives. It's about setting boundaries and creating space for growth and transformation. No, ma'am, I am just beginning, love. Talking about some general stuff right now. While it can be painful to let go, the rewards of doing so are immeasurable. By cutting ties with what no longer serves us, we make room for what does, and we open ourselves up to new possibilities and experiences. There's more than one way to perform a cord cutting ritual. I'm going to discuss a few ways. You choose what you feel is best for you to do. Secret word number 1, banish. You're going to want to remember those secret words. So I'm going to demonstrate a simple cutting ties spell. One simple spell for cutting ties involves writing the name of the person or situation that you wish to release on a piece of paper. Visualize the cords or ties that connect you to that person or situation. I'm just writing on my piece of paper the person or situation I wish to release. As I previously stated, visualize the cords or ties that connect you to this person or situation. And imagine yourself cutting these cords with a pair of scissors or with an athame. As you do this, you want to repeat the following incantation. By the power of my will, I sever these ties. I release myself from this person or situation that no longer serves me. May we both be free to follow our own paths. And may our journeys be filled with love and light. You can burn the paper that you wrote the name or the situation on, or you can bury it. I always choose to burn. And I collect the ash. And take it outside and allow the air to carry this off to the universe. Remember fire safety, ladies. You will burn the piece of paper with the name or situation on it, or bury it in the ground to symbolize the finality of the release. That is a physical and a visualization type of cord cutting ritual that can be done in a pinch if you are out and about and you feel you need to do it. You just need a piece of paper and a pen and something to light a fire with and a vessel to let it burn in. The rest of it is visualization. On to my next one. This one I'm just going to discuss. This is a powerful cutting ties spell. You want to prepare your space. Select a quiet and peaceful place to perform the spell. Clean and organize the area to remove any distractions or negative energy. Sit comfortably. And take a few deep breaths to clear your mind and focus on the intention of the spell. Next, you want to light 2 candles of your choice. One representing yourself and the other representing the person you wish to sever ties with. Place them opposite each other, as I have done here. And you want to sit between them. Take a moment to visualize the person and the relationship that you want to cut. Close your eyes and visualize the ties that bind you to the other person. Imagine them as a cord or rope connecting you to them. Picture this cord in your mind's eye and see yourself taking a pair of scissors and cutting the cord in 2. As you do this, repeat a mantra or affirmation such as, I release you from my life, or I am free from this tie. Next, you want to take a piece of string or cord and tie a knot in the middle to represent the connection you want to cut. Hold the cord tightly and repeat your chosen mantra, visualizing the connection weakening and breaking. Once you feel the tie is weakened enough, use the scissors and cut the cord in 2. Once you have cut the cord, Take a deep breath and imagine the release of negative energy. Blow out the candles and dispose of the cord and scissors. Open yourself up to new possibilities and positive experiences that are waiting for you. Just remember, this spell is a tool to help you let go and move on from healthy relationships. It is not a substitute for professional help or therapy, and it's important to seek help if you're struggling with emotional difficulties. You can also use crystals, herbs, or other tools to enhance the power of your cutting ties spell, such as black tourmaline, obsidian, and onyx, which are all powerful stones for grounding and protection. And herbs like rosemary, sage, and lavender can help to clear negative energy and promote healing. There is a certain burst of energy and unpredictability that comes with the act of cutting ties. It's like shaking up a snow globe and watching the flakes settle in a new pattern. That's one of my favorite things to do. This process can be both exciting and daunting, as we never know exactly how the pieces will fall once we let go. Hello, Natalie. I'm just relighting my sage. It never likes to stay lit. Secret word number 2, hexes. Another type of cord cutting that we're going to discuss is simply visualization. You can either go into a more formal meditation or visualize cutting the cord between you and another person. As you would with every ritual, cleanse your space and cast your circle, or visualize a bubble of light surrounding you. Then close your eyes and bring to mind the person you'd like to cut your attachment to. Visualize a cord that ties the two of you together. Notice what the cord looks like and what its qualities are. Then visualize a tool to cut that cord, then cut it. Sit in that space for a while and take note of any messages or impressions you receive. It's sometimes helpful to tie a color or name to the visualization. And then when you're done, close out the ritual as you would every other magical practice. That's another type of cord cutting that can be done with absolutely no tools in a pinch. Say you're out in public, you're on vacation and you have nothing. That's one of the more simpler things that you can do to perform a cord cutting without any tools. You can also combine the visualization that we just discussed with an actual tool, such as a pair of magical scissors or an athame. I like to use my athame. Use a long slip of paper, write your name on one end and the other person's name on the other end. Then using the athame or the scissors, cut the piece of paper in the middle. then when combined with the visualization and a powerful intention, it's an effective ritual for cutting ties with toxic people. That again is another that is similar to the first one that I discussed, just a little bit different. You're actually using a tool to cut the paper in half instead of just visualizing the paper being cut in half and then burning it or burying it. The next and final way I'm going to show you is the cord cutting candle spell. So as I said at the beginning of the video, I cast my circle and cleansed my space already. You're going to want to gather your supplies prior to your ritual so they are here with you and you don't have to leave the circle or your area. You don't have to cast an actual physical circle. You can envision one. You can project one out from within yourself. You cast your circle and cleanse your space in whatever way you feel suits you and your situation. For me, my supplies are going to be salt to put a circle around the candles. I have my dragon's blood sage going. I have my dragon's blood incense going. I have my Hecate candle going that Crystal's daughter made for me and Crystal gifted to me. I have my candles in candle holders. I chose blue because blue is a healing color. And with this cord cutting ritual, while it is a banishing, it is a removal, I feel that blue is more appropriate because at the conclusion of this ritual, I want myself to heal and the person I am cutting ties with to heal. Hence the blue candles. I am taking salt. I'm going to move my athame. And I am going to pour salt around so I can complete this ritual with some extra added protection. And yes, I am using just plain table salt for this. I am also going to add some herbs to intensify that. I'm adding some fennel to aid in the banishing. I am adding some rosemary for healing and protection. I am adding some calendula for comfort and emotional healing, as well as favorable outcomes and protection. Hi, Christy. And then last but not least, I am adding rose petals for purity, for healing, and for self-love. I personally like to tidy my circle after I have added the salt and the herbs. Again, this is not required. This is just something that I like to do as an added element to the ritual itself. After all, the most important thing you need, most important tool, is you and your intention. So you're going to need 2 chime candles, or you can use birthday candles. I chose chime candles. And a piece of twine to create a loop. Now if I can find what I did, I'm sitting on it. You can choose colors of the candles, even the twine or the ribbon or the yarn, based on your intention. Just remember that white candles always work in a pinch. You're going to place your candles apart from each other. and place the twine around the candles. I am tying a knot in my twine so I can wrap it around my candles. You can wrap it as many times as you need to. In order to create tension between the candles. You can anoint your candles with oil if you feel the need to do so. You can carve sigils, or you can carve a name in the candles if you choose to do so. My candles aren't setting up straight because I have other wax in my candle holders, so it's not wanting to sit straight up. I like to have the cords more towards the top-ish, about a quarter way down on the candles. Sorry guys, I gotta fix this issue. I don't like that my candles are not sitting the way that they should be. So give me just a moment while I clean the wax from the candle holders. There we go. Just one. And two. And now we're going to take the cord again, put it around the candles, and move them just far enough apart that there's some tension to hold the cord. Hi, Jackie. Now at this point, everything's set up. You want to set your intention and focus. On severing the cords between you and the person you want to cut the cord with. So just take a few moments and visualize what you want to happen with this cord cutting ritual. After that, you want to light your candles. So you're going to light the candles, watch the candles burn. Once they get down low enough, they will burn the twine as well. This is the act of the cord cutting. I'm going to move it up for sake of time constraints. Sorry guys, this is very frustrating. Oy vey. This just isn't going to work for me today. It must not be time to cut ties with this person because it's just not working right. I need better candle holders. You're going to want to pay attention to how the candles are burning and how the twine burns. Some basic interpretations of the flame. A tall, strong flame indicates that the magic is working. I'd have to say those are some tall, strong flames. They're not wavering. They're not short. They're pretty tall. That could be a great idea, Jackie. I will try that with my next one. A low flame may indicate that you need to do more work to cut the cord between the two of you. Short, weak flames may tell you that your timing is off. A steady flame is a positive sign. Those look pretty steady. Blue flames may suggest that a spirit or angel is near. Dancing flames indicate that the magic will work, but there will be some resistance. Flickering flames can be interpreted based on their direction, north, south, east, or west. A popping or crackling flame is usually a sign of resistance. A dual flame may indicate that another energy deity, guide, or angel has joined in the work to help you cut the cord. When a flame goes out on its own, the work is done. Quick, uneven burning indicates that you may not have appropriately grounded before starting. And quick, even burning indicates that the spell is working. But if it burns too quickly and feels out of control, you may need to reevaluate your work. In the end, you want to trust your intuition with your spell work. Because after all, you are the magic that is behind every bit of this. The twine should start to burn here at any moment. Our third and final secret word is black magic. Nope, it's just one flame, Christy. And there goes the twine. This is the candle representing me. So given the fact that this end of the twine is what lit first, this is showing me cutting ties with that person. And the twine has begun to light. And again, it doesn't have to be a particular person. It can be a situation that you are trying to cut ties with. Ooh, that's showing some resistance. The flame is traveling down the twine. It appears as though the twine is tightening as the flame moves. There's definitely some resistance. Just for a moment, if you see now, the flame has gone back to normal. My flame is tall and strong and steady. This could be two flames, but they have not yet separated. It's still one flame. And if you notice, there's still some twine here sitting on my candle. That could indicate that I am not ready to completely cut those ties with the person or situation. This dual flame here, I feel Hecate's presence. I'm seeing more. I can see the line in between the two flames where they're joining as one. I definitely feel that she is here with me. They are steady flames, which means it's a positive sign that the spell is working. This flame is pretty tall and strong. Overall, I think this was a successful cord cutting. I feel the same. She's using her magic to help cut that cord for that situation. Yes, it is. Which means the timing may be off. But at the same time, I am going to wait and see if this situation comes to fruition. And if it does not, I'm going to wait and I will do it again. I very well may wait until November and do it on Hecate's night and invoke her once again for her assistance. Do some more grounding, some more meditation beforehand. There's always a divine reasoning why a cord cutting may or may not work the first time you do it. That's not to discourage you from not trying again. Give it a little bit more time. Meditate on it. Spend some more time with your deity, talking to your deity or the universe or your angels. To figure out the right timing. It almost feels as though maybe I am not as ready to sever the ties as that situation is. I will allow those candles to burn all the way down, at least one of them, whichever one burns down first. May need to interpret some wax reading. This is the only candle that seems to be dripping the wax. So there's multiple things that you're looking at here when you're doing a cord cutting. You're looking at the way that the candles burn themselves, the way that the flames are burning, the way that the twine burns, and then also the wax. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing a cord cutting. Pay attention to all those things. Try to interpret what each may mean. The flames, the candles, the way that they're burning, the way that the cord or the twine is burning, the way that the wax is melting. And that could give you more insight into the ritual itself. Whether it was successful, whether you need to wait and try again, whether there was resistance. This seems a little messy, whereas this is very steady and calm. I think there's a lot to learn from this ritual that I'm going to have to look into. I've never been a wax reader, but I think it's about time to learn. Now, there were quite a few different ways that I had talked about throughout the video of ways to perform cord cutting rituals. As I said, you do what you feel is best for your situation, given your timing, your location, your materials, whatever you have on hand to be able to do so. If you have no materials, if you have no candles, put your visualization and your intent to work. It has just as much power as anything with tools would have. I'm going to have to do some interpretation on this one. Anybody that's rewatching this, if you have any interpretations on this, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to hear what anybody might have to say in regards to it. Now, the first ritual example that I gave you, this paper that I burned here, I'm going to take this outside and I'm just going to let the elements carry it away to the universe. Whereas with this, once it is done and the wax has hardened, I will gather everything except for my candle holders, and I'm going to bury this. If you heard that, I live right by a highway. That was a semi going by. They're not supposed to be using their Jake brakes that close to town. So I apologize for that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to repeat this at another time. I love that, Jackie. I absolutely love that interpretation, and I think I would have to agree. I would have to agree completely. Very strong willpower and intent here for my candle. I agree, Christy. I think it's definitely going to take another round in a bit more time. I'm going to meditate on it. I can see the two flames now. Once again. I'll meditate on it. I will see what type of answers I get during meditation and give it a bit more time before I attempt this again, but it's definitely going to happen again. See those two flames? I feel like that's Hecate saying, let her go. Looks like it's getting a little bit taller. Given the situation, so this isn't for a particular person, this is for a situation. As you all know, I have been struggling with some weight, which is affecting my health. This situation that I am cutting ties with is my addiction to food. And I feel like this is Hecate saying to this addiction that it needs to release its hold on me so I can be healthy and live a long and happy life. And this is me standing strong on that belief. It is definitely fighting to stay. But I will forever stand strong. And I won't give up on fighting the addiction to food. And Hecate is not going to give up fighting for me. She's fighting with me against this addiction. I agree, Jackie. I am very ready. A new career ahead of me where being healthy is essential. Not just for my career, but for my family as well, for my new grandbaby. I am standing very strong and very firm on getting and staying healthy. There's a lot of new things that are coming into my life, and I definitely need to be healthy and be strong. To enjoy those things, those people. I want to watch my grandchild grow. It is hard, but I am very, very determined to do whatever I need to do to make sure that I am healthy and around for a very long time. Thank you, Christy. I will, I'll send you a message. If I'm not mistaken, I thought you may have been doing keto, and I have to stay away from keto given the fact that I have high cholesterol and high triglycerides, so I have to stay away from the high fat, high cholesterol, high saturated fat and trans fat foods. I stay away from high sugar content. I don't eat any red meat. It's all chicken and fish and turkey. I think a lot of it is my timing. I'm a late night eater, and I eat too much when I do eat. I stuff myself until I feel full. So I think portion control is my battle that I am currently facing. I'm going to move this cord a little bit so it doesn't break my candle holder. I do eat a lot of veggies. I have tried no meat, but it's not successful for me. The protein it is essential for my energy levels. So that's where the chicken and the turkey and the fish come in, which are all healthy. I just need to find something that works for me and my lifestyle. I do have lazy moments where I want to meal prep and I buy all the foods, but then my cravings, they win. Whereas I need to just make up my mind and stick to it. I've thought of also doing things like that. I would rather honestly just eat right and exercise versus having a program tell me what I can and can't eat. I still want to be able to enjoy the foods that I enjoy in moderation. Cut out all of those unhealthy foods, the trans fats, the processed foods, as Christy said, things like that. You are absolutely right. And I quit smoking cigarettes. So I know I can do this. I just need to stay away from my kitchen. With wintertime coming, it might be a little more difficult. I have to get my husband on board with this because he tends to buy and bring in foods that are not healthy. And I cave. So a lot of this is a joint effort, lifestyle changes, cutting my cord to that addiction, to that indulgence that I give myself all too often. And that flame's still burning even though that candle's gone. Thank you, Christy. I do too. I am very confident in myself and in my abilities to do what needs to be done because I'm the only person who can do it. I can rely on magic, but for me, this is my boost. I am in total control of what happens with my health, with my weight, with this addiction. But I don't doubt for even a second that Hecate's got my back, that she's going to be there and she's going to help be my strength, my support, my reinforcement to help me do what needs to be done. The relationship that I have with Hecate is very unique. I struggled for the longest time to accept that she wanted to work with me. She chose me, and I resisted that for a long time. But once I got that relationship with her, it has gotten stronger and stronger. There are moments, times, sometimes months, that I sway in my private practice because life. But no matter how long I stray from not doing my own private practice, when I do, she's always there, and she always shows me that she's there. So for those of you who don't have a deity, maybe you work with universal energy, maybe you work with the elements, I strongly encourage you to find a deity that basically becomes your best friend, your ally. That one you can turn to no matter what happens in life. They may not be there physically, but you will feel them, and you'll know they're there, mundane and magically. My flame has gone out. I think that means that's the end of this ritual. I thank you guys for sticking with me. I know this has become a long live, and I apologize for that. I just wanted you guys to see it from start to finish. Don't forget to go back and rewatch. Make sure you're commenting throughout the video. There are 3 secret words in this video. You need to keep track of those secret words. Your crone will be asking you what those words are, and you need to know them. Comment throughout the video. It doesn't have to be grandiose comments. Just let us know you're here with us. Your deity will come to you in the right time, Jackie. It may not be your time to find that one just yet. Look for signs and symbols everywhere you go. They're there. Thank you, Christy. All right, ladies. I'm going to go and get my day started. I have a baby shower, after baby shower to throw for my daughter tomorrow. Exactly. Never ignore the signs. They're everywhere. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys joined me for this, and for anybody who is watching the replay, I hope you can find some form of cord cutting that works for you for whatever purpose you may need it for. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. I'm going to enjoy my last few days off work before starting my new job on Monday. Yay me. And I will talk to you all soon. Blessed be, ladies.